Busting 15 Roblox Bedwars myths. Roblox Bedwars has a lot of myths and secrets, and today we're going to bust them all. In today's video, we are going to bust 15 myths in Roblox Bedwars. A lot of players think these myths are true, and today we're going to find that out. So stay with us till the end of the video. Number 15. Yuzi Dao has a longer reach than a normal sword. A lot of players think that the Yuzi Dao has a longer reach than the normal sword, but that's actually a myth. Both the swords have the exact same range. If you have an enemy standing 5 blocks away from you, you cannot hit it even with the Yuzi Dao. But there is a secret I'm sure most of you didn't know. If you aim the crosshair at the player you're hitting, you actually get one more block range. So whenever you're having a close-range battle, aim the crosshair at your enemy to get a bit more range than normal. Number 14. 2 fireball hit and destroy each other. You can try out if this myth is actually true with your friend as well, but we have tried and tested that it is actually false. If you launch a fireball at an incoming fireball, it'll just go through and destroy your enemy, and you'll be destroyed by the incoming fireball as well. So yes, 2 fireballs don't hit each other, but pass through. So never try to defend yourself from an incoming fireball by launching another fireball towards it, because it'll just pass through. Instead, try dodging it. Number 13. You can only take a max damage of 100. To bust this myth, you can try jumping from a very high platform and see how much damage you get. But from our experience, this myth is actually true, and you can only take a max damage of 100 per hit. Even if you use balloons to go as high as you can and take the fall, you'll only get a maximum damage of 100. Not just with the fall, but from the weapons too. Even the most powerful weapons can only give you a damage of 100, however strong they are. So keep that in mind, because that'll actually help you a lot. Number 12. You can clutch from falls using zip lines. Do zip lines actually save you from fall? Well, apparently they do, because if you take a fall from a high platform and aim for the zip line, you'll actually be saved. A lot of players think that you cannot be saved from fall in any case, except if you use balloons, but that's a myth. You can use zip lines to your favor while falling. Just land on the zipline and you'll be saved. This tip is very important and useful in long-range battles because then you can quickly turn them into short-range ones, falling on the zipline. Land on the zipline and clutch to destroy your enemies. Number 11. Can you bust balloons without damaging the enemy? That is actually true, and you can test it out yourself as well. You can bust balloons without going for or damaging the enemy, but for that, you'll have to aim for the balloons. This takes a bit of practice if you want to just hit and bust balloons instead of damaging your enemy, but that is kind of weird. Why would you not want to damage your enemy? Whatever the reason, you can surely bust balloons with just a bit of precision aiming. Go put some balloons on your friends and test this myth out. Number 10. Can you send TNT flying with a fireball? A lot of players think that an easy way to escape a TNT attack is to send it flying with a fireball. But believe it or not, this is actually a myth. You cannot move TNT with a fireball. Even if you hit it with a fireball, it'll just stay there till it blasts. So don't think you can push TNTs with fireballs. You can test out this myth with your friends or yourself too. Just put TNT on a small platform and hit it with a fireball to see if it moves or not. Number 9. Auto-clicker gives you a huge advantage. Yes, that is actually just a myth. Auto-clicker does not give you any advantage and it is practically useless. Even if you try it, you'll feel that the auto-clicker has slower speed than your normal hitting speed. The clicks per second are also almost the same, and so is the damage. So an auto-clicker does not give you any serious advantage in battles. It may confuse you though with the continuous clicking, and your teammates might even think you're a hacker. So I'd suggest you don't try the auto-clicker. Number 8. Balloons immediately pop after 45 seconds. A lot of players think that balloons last for as long as you want till you bust them, but that is not true. Balloons only stay for a limited time, and that is 45 seconds. so you can only use them for 45 seconds, after which they'll automatically pop. Don't jump into the void thinking you'll keep flying forever because you will be down in 45 seconds. And that's the limit of the balloons. You can test out this myth as well. Just launch some balloons and stay in the air for 45 seconds to see if they bust or not. Number 7. You can escape the void using 2 balloons and the void axe. Another popular myth busted because you cannot escape the void using just 2 balloons and a void axe. Try this myth out by jumping into the void and trying to get out. You'll just be stuck there forever. You can prank your friends using this myth as well. Number 6. You can escape the void using the void axe and the J hammer. So can you actually escape the void using 2 hammers? Yes, you can! If you use the J hammer and the void axe simultaneously with 2 balloons, you can escape the void. This is because this time you were using 2 hammers and they both go up. So whenever you jump into the void and only have 2 balloons, use the hammers together to escape the void. Number 5. Dodos can fly. Another false myth a lot of players believe to be true, and it's that dodos can fly. No, dodos cannot fly. Not in the game, and also not when they were non-extinct. A lot of players think that they can escape the void by riding a dodo, but that's not actually true, because you'll just fall into the void. You can try out this myth by yourself too. Just ride a dodo and jump into the void to see if you last in the air or not. Believe me, you'll just fall. Number 4. Helicopters can destroy bed defenses. Another myth a lot of players believe to be true, but it's actually false, is that helicopters can destroy bed defenses. This myth is false, and you can try it out yourself as well. The helicopter crash will send you flying, but it will not damage your bed defenses in any way. They'll be just as you left them, so stay away from any helicopter because it will send you straight into the void. Number 3. Does a dropped item despawn after a TNT blast? No, any dropped item will not despawn or be sent flying after a TNT blast, and we have tested it. Simply drop some items on a platform and place a TNT there. Wait for the TNT to blast and you'll see that the dropped items are just as they were, untouched. You can wait a few seconds as well to see if they disappear or not. The items will stay as they are, and you might think that they will be sent flying because of the blast, but that does not happen and they stay at their place. Number 2. Can you survive a rage blade attack with maximum sharpness? This is actually very interesting because the Rage Blade is the most powerful sword in the game, and with its maxed out version, you can just imagine what kind of damage it will deal to your enemy. Believe it or not, it only takes a single hit from the Rage Blade with maximum sharpness to kill an enemy if he or she is not wearing any armor. The least damage it will deal is 87 with armor, which is still a lot. So for someone not wearing armor, all it will take is one deadly hit from a maxed out Rage Blade. Number 1. You can use TNT to travel places and cross bridges. This myth is true. You can actually use TNT to easily cross bridges and travel from one bed to another. So if you run out of blocks and you have a bridge to cross or to go to another bed, simply place a TNT on the edge and stand in front of it facing the direction you want to travel, and it will send you flying. This is actually a fast and easy way to travel, especially if you run out of blocks or find yourself in a tricky situation. You can try this myth out yourself and with your friends as well. Click one of the 4 videos on the screen right now.